Hi vlog. Merry Christmas. Merry belated Christmas. It's December 25th. It's the last vlog in our Vlogmas this year. I hope your holidays went amazing. Mine did. I know this video is a little delayed. First time doing this. Had a lot of bumps in the road, but I'm here to finish it out. So, little intro. It's a few days after Christmas. I did film pretty good up until the 20th, and then I had another migraine, and my right arm, quite literally just stopped working for a little while. So I didn't get full days worth of recordings in because I was really struggling to work at all the last 4 days leading up to Christmas Eve. So I would like to take you through those clips that I did manage to record, which will bring you till Christmas Eve. And then we can go over how everything went and show you what gifts I got done and what's left and kind of wrap up our year. Yeah, so go back to past me. So, Christmas was great. Christmas Eve, the 2 days before, the 23rd and the 24th, I stayed up entirely too late. If you noticed, entirely too late. But I got majority of everything done. I managed to push out, even working with my arm. The injury came on out of nowhere. I foolishly crocheted for like 9 hours straight, just hyper focus, and that's really bad for me. So I shouldn't have did that. But the day after I did that, my arm said no more. And even now it still hurts. Not nearly as bad, but it still really hurts. So I had to slow up quite a bit, but I still managed to get the majority gifts done, especially the big gifts. So I got my cousin's blanket done. My cousin, I can now tell you who these gifts are for because I already gave them out. So the blue blanket we finished earlier in the year, that went to my sister, and then the all pink blanket went to my aunt. The pink and the green blanket went to my cousin, and then we obviously know that the red and the gray blanket was for my husband. So I got all of those done, all of them, in the nick of time, finishing my husband's blanket the morning of Christmas Eve at like 1 something in the morning, I think. So got that done, got that wrapped, got all the gifts wrapped that I had done. So that's how I went into Christmas Eve. I then decided that having just socks for my mother-in-law and my grandmother was not enough, so I whipped up 2 pairs of these earrings, some very small cross-stitch Christmas tree earrings, and I gave them both a pair of those. They loved them, and it was a huge hit, and it didn't take me super long to do, so I managed to get those done as well, which was really nice. So I want to go over the other projects that I have not been able to record, kind of give you an update on where I stand on the rest of the Christmas gifts because I didn't finish everything on my list before Christmas due to injuries and the migraine and the hospitalization. But I want to go over that. And I also kind of just want to talk about Christmas because it was so much fun. I'm wearing one of my Christmas gifts right now. It's a sweatshirt that says "Fueled by Stardew" and coffee, and it's in green. My sister got this for me. It's so comfy. It's one of my favorite gifts. Like, it's so good. Because I mean, if you hadn't noticed, one of my favorite video games of all time is Stardew Valley, and I'm an avid coffee drinker. So yeah. So for my Christmas, let's just do that first because it's on the brain now. I spent the entire evening of Christmas Eve at my aunt's house, and it was a huge family get together, and we all exchanged gifts. It was very lovely. We played so many games, which I did not win. I didn't win a game technically, but that's okay. I still got like a bunch of smaller prizes from playing in the games, and it was super fun, and we had so much food. We're still eating leftovers. We had a huge, like, everyone crammed into her small living room, and we like gave out all of our gifts, and everyone was opening gifts at the same time. It was so great. All the gifts I gave were super well received. So like all the guys that I gifted to got hats, and they all just instantly put them on, which just really made my heart full. Especially like I gifted to my uncle, my cousin, and then my cousin's boyfriend and my sister's boyfriend, all hats. And it just like warmed my heart because 2 of those people have never received anything handmade from me, and they just instantly were like, yes, this is perfect. And they wore them for like the rest of the night, and that just, makes a maker's heart really happy. So we did that. My cousin opened her blanket, my sister opened her blanket, my aunt opened her blanket, my nana opened her socks, her earrings. It was real good. So that was lovely. And then the following, oh no, and then what I got, Jesus, this sweatshirt obviously, and my cousin painted me. Hang on, I had to go get them to show you. My cousin is a whiz when it comes to doing gel nails. She makes her own press-ons, and she does it all the time. So I handmade her a gift, and she handmade me a gift. And they're over the top. I'm scared to put them on because I don't want to ruin them, even though she said they're reusable, but like, they're just so good. They're so good. Let's see if I can get without the glare. Can you see them? You probably can't. Hang on. Look at them. Look at how pretty these are. If you can't tell, they're Twilight nails. Girl. So, obviously, Twilight is one of my favorite series of all time. Movies, books, audiobooks, I got them all. I got them all. She measured my nails at Thanksgiving, and then she painted me this custom set. And it's so good, and I'm so thoroughly impressed with the detail work that she got in on these. Like, they look fantastic. So, I got that, which warmed my heart beyond compare. My Nana and my aunt both gifted me yarn. I got a lot of Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee Sleek DK, if that's what it's called. It comes in donuts. It's a DK weight, anti-pill acrylic. I have a bunch of it and I love it, and I've used it to knit my sister a cardigan. I'm making myself a cardigan, and it's just lovely. Like, the yarn is just amazing, and I've been looking for it in the orange color for so long, and my aunt managed to find it for me. She found it for me. So I got 4 skeins in the orange, and I got 4 skeins in the green color, which I already had another skein or 2 for. So now I have a huge set for that. So you know a sweater's gonna come out of that. Yeah, so I got that. My aunt bought me a yarn bin organizer, so now I have another huge yarn project bag, which I promptly filled with all of the whips I have going for espresso fibers. So now I have that all organized and together in the same space. My Nana got me knitting magazines. She thrifted some like almost decades old knitting magazines that have anywhere between 14 to 21 patterns in them. Thank you, Nana. Like, she didn't even know what she was getting. She didn't even know, but she just gifted me so many patterns. And yes, they're a little dated, but like, I can change that. It's the thought that counts, number one. Number two, now I have a bunch of knitting literature, which I adore, and I have patterns. My Nana also gave me an $85 gift card to Michael's. So, there's going to be a haul in my future. When? Not sure, but I have the money to do it now. So, yeah, that was really good. That was really, really good. It was really nice Christmas. And then on Christmas Day, me and my husband went to the movies with my mother-in-law, my husband's brother, his family, and it was really nice. We saw Avatar, the new Avatar movie, the Ash and Fire one. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Then we came home, we did gifts, and I got a bunch of yarny t-shirts and sweatshirts from my mother-in-law, which was really nice. So now I have things to wear when I'm obsessively crafting. What more could you want? I got some really cute Stitch slippers and a new pajama set, which I desperately needed. So, yeah, that was really good. It was really nice. She made some pasta, and we've just been grubbing all day, every day. And that was Christmas. Oh, and my friend Xander, he gave me some Steam games. So I got gifted like 3 games on my Steam wish list, which was fantastic, which I have yet to play, but I'm very excited to play them. I honestly probably should play them to give my arm more of a break, but we'll get there. So that leads me up to now. I wanted to record this yesterday, which would have been the 26th, but it was just a really busy day, and I ended up spending the time cleaning and condensing and doing laundry, and then it snowed. We had our first like real snowstorm I know I've like showed you clips of snow. Like, no, this was real. This dropped easily 6 inches on us. And I had to go out in the middle of it and shovel out space for my husband to come home from working in the middle of the snowstorm. So, yeah, we spent a lot of time just focusing on that and watching Stranger Things. Y'all, I won't spoil a single thing, but if you're watching, you know what I mean. Episodes 6 and 7, I cried 3 times. 3 times. I'm gonna watch them again too. Like today, I'm going to watch those 3 episodes again before the finale. It's so good. It's so good. I think season 5 is my favorite. Anyway, what have I been working on outside of finishing all those Christmas gifts? A lot. So when my arm shit the bed, I believe that was around the 22nd. I'm guesstimating now. But I couldn't, like, I physically couldn't crochet. It hurt so bad. And you know when you're in pain and you can tell that if you push it, it could become a problem? That's where I was at. And yes, I was taking painkillers. I was taking Tylenol for the inflammation. I was icing. I was resting. I was stretching. I had compression. Like, I did all the things. I slept extra. I was taking naps. Like, I was trying everything I could to rest my arm, and it was not working. Like I said, it still kind of hurts. So the day that it really flared up and I realized I couldn't crochet anymore, I decided to cast on 2 new projects that I was planning to cast on Christmas Eve as like my celebratory cast-ons, but knowing that I couldn't crochet to finish the gifts and I would have to push that out to Christmas Eve, I just swapped it. So let me show you what I've been working on. This is the first one I'll show you because it's also got the most progress. So I desperately wanted to cast on something with these 4 skeins of Lucky Brand from Joann's. It is a 50% cotton, 50% superwash merino blend worsted weight yarn. I bought it in one of the closing sales because I've been looking at it for a while and I really wanted to try it, and I love it, and naturally I can't find any more. So with that being the case, I wanted to just use it. I wanted to use it and appreciate it. So I got the idea to cast on a ranunculus. Hold your comments. Hold your comments. I've never successfully finished a ranunculus. Bought the pattern years ago, cast one on. I don't even know where that whip is. It's somewhere in storage. It's probably going to get ripped out because I no longer like those colors like that. So I'm making one in this navy because I love navy. Let me see if I can show it to you. So this is where we're at. It's all bunched up on this cord, but I'm 8 rows away from separating for the sleeves at this point, and I plan to do that today. So yeah, the entire yoke is done. The patterning is done. Joyful, loved it. Somewhere I must have decreased a stitch. I don't know where, but I had to fix that. Je ne sais. But yeah, it's so pretty. I have no idea if this is going to block outrageously huge. I have no idea if my gauge is going to hold the way that it is. I did not gauge swatch, but I don't really care. If it doesn't fit me, then I'll just list it on the site. But I just really wanted to work with the yarn, and now I am. So this is my second ball. I just joined it like right before where I hit in the pattern, right before the raglans, pretty sure. So yeah, no, 4 more rounds in the raglan, and then I separate for sleeves. And I'm planning for this to be a full length like top, and I'm thinking about like elbow length sleeves. I really like tops like that, and I don't own any right now. You know, the ones that like they come down to like here on your elbow crease. I really like those. So that's the plan. I might go full sleeve, I might not. I'm not sure yet. But that's one thing I cast on the 22nd. The other thing I cast on was, ooh, I'm gonna have to put the pattern name here because I don't remember it, but it is out of my knitting book by Joan Ho, her summer knitting book. I found a skein. Sorry if that was loud. I found a skein and a little bit of this Lion Brand True Brew that I used on my Valentine's Day gift for my husband last year. I lost a skein, had to buy another one, and found it naturally after I finished the project. So I just had a random skein and a little bit hanging around. So I decided I will just knit that up into something to list on the site, starting early on summer makes. So I cast on, it's a ribbed halter tank top. Again, pattern will be down here. And this is all I got done. So we're just knitting in 1x1 rib. I think this is roughly an inch worth of work. It's super calming, super relaxing. It's lightweight because I'm using bamboo yarn. And yeah, I'm making it. I'm making it for the site to start getting a summer collection going again. But I just cast it on now to use up the yarn, have something simple on the needles. 1x1 rib. I've been doing a lot of that lately, and it's just now part of the routine. And even though it's lightweight, I did run into some trouble purling with my arm acting up, so I only knit the 1 inch the day that I cast it on, and then I haven't touched it again. But I moved it to this project bag, and it is sitting with all the other whips next to my bed, so I can just pick this up and work on it when my arm is feeling a bit better. So those are the two like celebratory cast-ons I had planned for Christmas Eve. And now I want to go over the Christmas gifts I didn't finish yet. Starting with one I really wanted to have done, and I tried. I really tried. Is going to be my husband's socks. I know what you're going to say, or at least I know what I would say. It's like, girl, how did you not finish that? I tried. My arm, I think, honestly, it was the way I was gripping the crochet hook for so long on all those blankets that now gripping small circumference things hurts. And I think that's the source of my pain right now. So using small knitting needles was not working. But I did try. I stayed up one night and I got the foot done, and then I got the gusset and the heel turn done, and I'm over halfway through the heel flap. But I just could not get it done. I tried so hard. So this is the second sock, obviously, if you've been watching. And it needs the rest of the heel flap, 30 rounds in the foot, 30 rounds on the foot, 30 rounds in the leg, and a 15 round cuff. And then it's done. So I thought about finishing it this weekend and like trying to give it as a belated Christmas gift. But half of me is saying maybe you weren't meant to finish it for Christmas, and instead you finish it for your anniversary. And just give yourself a break on the deadlines. You know, maybe rushing yourself is what caused your arm to hurt so bad. So maybe instead of trying to knit a whole nother pair of socks in a month, in less than a month now, you just finish this pair. And this is your anniversary gift, and you be happy with that. Because you gifted him the biggest blanket out of the bunch. Why not just be happy with having something ready for the anniversary? So that's my plan right now. Just slow down, do what I can, finish that for our anniversary. And that seems like the best thing, honestly, in my head. The other one I was desperately trying to finish, which is close but not close enough, is the Waystone mitts for my friend Xander. He doesn't know about these yet, obviously, because I haven't gifted them, but I don't really think he watches my channel. So I did finish the first one. I managed to cast off the other night, and I haven't finished the thumb yet because it requires magic loop, and I just haven't pulled out my interchangeable set to get the needle I need for this. But I have the yarn still set aside to finish the thumb in black, and then this one is done. I was gaming with him a few nights ago when I was working on the green section of this, and he said, could you knit me something wicked? And I was like, actually, bro, I'm already doing that. That's your Christmas gift. And he was like, oh, that would be so good. And originally I was planning on just doing both mitts this way, so there'd be an alphabet set. But then the way he was talking about how he wanted something wicked, and he was wearing a wicked sweater, which was bright pink and bright green. I was like, okay, maybe I just go full throttle, and I knit the other mitt in Glinda colors. So started this, I think Christmas Eve. Yeah, like it was recent. And just started the bottom cuff in this baby pink color. I'm a few rows away from being done with the cuff, and then I switched to the main body of the glove. But this knit up super quick. It was just the purling was giving my arms some trouble, so I took a break. But this is Big Twist Value, just another straight acrylic color, and I'll be using this Big Twist Value Ombre for the body of the glove, and then finishing with the baby pink. So, same deal as this one, just in Glinda colors, not alphabet colors. And that will be his Christmas gift, and it will be late, but I don't really get to see him often, so when I do get to drop this off, it'll be a treat. And I'm just gonna let myself finish it on my own pace because I'm not willing to hurt my arm. I want to give him a gift, but he wouldn't want me to hurt my arm for it either. So I will just knit that a few rows at a time and get to it when I get to it. These other gifts have been on the needles for a long time, and they've gotten no work in the month of December. I don't think you've seen these projects once in Vlogmas. These are the projects I was working on in my travel vlog when I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida in November. But I have 3 pairs of socks on the needles for my friends who live far away. These are my college friends. We obviously don't live in the same place, so I send them their gifts in the mail every year, and it's almost always late. But it's the thought that counts, and the fact that they still get the gifts. So soon, hopefully early January, I will get these out in the mail to them. But here's where I'm at with them. I have one whole sock done on this pair, and I'm this far into the second sock. 6, 7. So I'm done with the foot. I'm on the second round of the gusset on this sock. So this pair is almost done. And yeah, these are all shorty socks. They will not take much longer past the heel. So I do need to finish this pair, which hopefully shouldn't take me that long at all, honestly. And then I have the partner pair to that one, which needs a lot more work. It also has the first sock done, but I'm only like 15 rounds into the second sock, or into the foot of the second sock. But yeah, so this needs a lot of attention to finish, but again, I could probably knit the foot of it just fine right now, but purling has really been an issue, so I'm going to get stuck on the heel until I let my arm heal. So I have that pair to finish as well. And last but not least, this pair has the least amount of progress on it, and it probably hasn't been touched in over 2 months. This is where this one's at. Probably close to 30 rounds on the foot. And this is the first sock. So, yeah. Not ideal, to be honest. I really wanted to have these done as well for the Christmas time, but my arm and my migraines just did not let that happen. And there's not really anything I can do about that now. So I'm going to let that go and just plan to finish them in January and ship them out and get them off the needles. And then as far as socks go, I will go back to working on the socks that I have on the needles for me and casting on a new pair for my husband because I should always have one on the needles for him. So that is my plan with the rest of the Christmas gifts I need to finish for 2025. The last project that I've managed to work on, I actually got all the work done on it last night. I should have been able to separate for the sleeves on the ranunculus last night, but I was really feeling like it was time to dive back into working. I've been focused on these Christmas gifts for a very long time, and that doesn't mean I haven't been working because I've been recording, editing, taking care of the website, all those things. But I put out pattern designing for the majority of December to work on these gifts instead. And that's fine, but I'm really trying to jumpstart my journey into designing. And I already have one worked up that I just needed to knit. So that's what I started doing yesterday. It's in my little acrylic yarn bowl from Joann's. And this is the ribbing that I finished probably over half a month ago to knit another navy blue beanie that I ended up gifting to my sister's boyfriend. But I finished the ribbing and I changed the needles to the needles for the hat. And I decided to just pick it up last night and start working the color work because that's what it was sitting there getting ready for. So that's what I've done. And I didn't get all that far, but I did knit a good amount of rows into the chart last night. I know it doesn't look like much, but you really need the other half of this chart to really start to see the image. But I think it's good. I think it's coming out really nice, comparing it to the chart that I've drawn up. And I mean, look at these floats, bro. This is gonna be one insulated hat. This was hard to knit on at first with like thick, this navy blue yarn is really thick, but taking my time last night, over time, it became easier. So I'm excited to put more work in on this and try to get my chart really finalized. I do have I have 2 charts in the same pattern I'm working on, so I need to cast on another hat and knit up the second chart because one chart's for worsted weight and one chart is for DK weight, ideally. So I need to test the DK weight pattern after this, but this one is going and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Those are all the things that I've been working on and all the things that have gotten attention around finishing all those Christmas gifts, which is also it's a huge accomplishment. I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm very proud of myself. Yeah. Yeah. I spent all day yesterday deep organizing my yarn and I ripped out a few projects and just kind of got myself set up to go into the new year with things organized and ready to finish and just try to tick some things off the list to start on a good foot. I'm making lots of plans to continue pursuing designing in the new year. I've got a few makes planned. I think I'm honestly going to be frogging a few more things and completely transforming that yarn into something brand new that's one, easier on my arm, and two, has a more concise vision. I want to get on a consistent schedule posting these videos. I was hoping to start that in December, but it didn't happen. Even though I'm pretty proud of being able to pull out this amount of Vlogmas despite everything, I now have easily 4 videos, if not more, already saved that I need to edit and post. So that's coming in January. And yeah, just gonna see where it goes. I've got ideas, I've got goals, and hopefully I can hit them. I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you had a beautiful Christmas, a beautiful Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holiday season, whatever you celebrate, and I hope you have a fantastic new year. I'm going to rest my arm and knit what I can and free binge Stranger Things, celebrate the new year, and then come back in 2026. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.